mark from the world above. They fall to me through endless realms. I set them free. Keeper of souls, elven dread. My throne forged in shades of red. I am the keeper, the one who remains through life and death, through pleasure and pain. Metal veins and iron will, in the depths I linger still. An ancient god reborn remain, bound to shadows unafraid. Rise from the void and flame, a god reborn, never the same. Electric pulse in rhythm and sound, bound to the earth, yet unbound. Keeper of shadows, ruler of none, eternal watch till all are one. From life to death, through endless flight, I hold the souls within my sight. Rise from the bones below, ancient echoes in the afterglow. Once a god, now bound by fate, in shadows deep I lie and wait. Elven blood, dark cast the night, in realms unseen I hold the light. Souls drift by, lost and cold, in my hands the story is told. Elven blood, dark cast the night, in realms unseen I hold the light. Souls drift by, lost and cold, in my hands the story's told. I am the keeper, the one who remains through life and death, through pleasure and pain. Metal veins and iron will, in the depths I linger still. An ancient god reborn remain, bound to shadows unafraid. Rust and echoes, wires and gears, silent witness through the years. They call my name in the black and dark. Melchaia's reign leaves its mark from the world above. They fall to me through endless realms. I set them free. Keeper of souls, elven dread. My throne forged in shades of red. I am the keeper, the one who remains through life and death, through pleasure and pain. Metal veins and iron will, in the depths I linger still. An ancient god reborn remain, bound to shadows unafraid. Rise from the void and flame, a god reborn, never the same. Electric pulse in rhythm and sound, bound to the earth, yet unbound. Keeper of shadows, ruler of none, eternal watch till all are one. From life to death, through endless flight, I hold the souls within my sight. From the world above, they fall to me. Through endless realms, I set them free. Keeper of souls, elven dread, my throne forged in shades of red. I am the keeper, the one who remains. Through life and death, through pleasure and pain. Metal veins and iron will, in the depths I linger still. An ancient god reborn remain, bound to shadows unafraid. Rise from the void and flame, a god reborn, never the same. Electric pulse in rhythm and sound, bound to the earth, yet unbound. Keeper of shadows, ruler of none, eternal watch till all are one. From life to death, through endless flight, I hold the souls within my sight.
That would be because I had myself muted. Hey, Gally. Hey, Zombie. So I'll start from the top. Hello and welcome, everybody. It's a great Wednesday. Scuff as usual. And we are back to Final Fantasy XIV tonight, which I haven't done in a while. As a bit of a heads up, however, if I disappear all of a sudden, it is because there has been a bunch of rather drunken shouting and yelling next door. So if shit goes down, I get to go over there and restrain somebody. So I hope it doesn't happen, but if it does. So yeah, that's going to be my exciting evening. Well, I hope not, actually. Anyways, so without further ado, let's get right back into where we left off in Final Fantasy XIV all those many months ago. And that looks like speaking to Melchaia after defeating the Ultima Weapon. So let me just set up my... Yeah, 3 months for this guy. I've actually been online since on my other character. Do. Their findings strongly suggest that a new primal has appeared. Yes. It was the awakening of Bahamut. Hey, Diane, how's it going? We need you now no less than before. Yet, when don't you? It never ends with you people. Please continue to stand with us, and together we shall safeguard the future of the realm, of this very star. Oh, Minfilia, you have no idea what is about to happen. Yay, I can fly. All right, let's head back to Old Daw real quick, though. Of course I have a chicken. What kind of noob do you think I am? No, not that one. It's the last one. I was busy crafting myself a bunch of gear on my other character. God, those things are huge. They're as big as the great sword on Shanner's back. And I'm using them as fist weapons. Now look at the size of these fist weapons that he's got. They're fucking massive. Okay. Now I actually have to go back and talk to Minfilia and carry on with that business. Hey, Astrobrogen. Yeah, like I said. Actually, you know what? Let me check my mounts. Mount guide. Yeah, there he is. There's the Devon. You tell me I actually have to change that up. Do mounts. Let's add that to favorites. Weaponsmith of Legend. No, I'm not doing that. New Game Plus, now unlocked. Alright, let's go talk to Minfilia. Do 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 do. New Game Plus was always a very interesting thing that they put into this game. Problem. I think I have to actually do something about this. So I think this is also where I unlock all the hard modes. Need to? No. Yeah, we don't have to. You aren't required to do the Weaponsmith of Legend quest. And on this particular individual, I'm definitely not going through that nightmarish hell again. You know, like a scrub, I actually decided to go and do that. How many times now? I've completed it twice for sure. And I have it mostly finished on 4 other weapons. Extremes. Since when did they do the extremes? Hards? Yes. Crystal Tower? Yes. Well, the original relic weapon was a pain in the ass. One of the later ones was actually super easy to do. The relic weapon that they released for Endwalker, probably the easiest one. Oh yeah, it was ridiculously lazy and ridiculously stupid. Like once you did all the quests related to it, it was just farming more tomestones, and that was it. And you could get the relic weapon for every class. Which I actually think I did. I have to say this though. The I often found the final stage of the relic weapon for Endwalker less appealing in appearance to the one right before it. Like the third step of the Manderville weapons, in almost every case, was better. Oh yeah, you run into Manderville so many times. Actually, the Endwalker relic weapon is tied directly to the Manderville questline. You got to admit, though, for a guy that's an absolute buffoon, he has the luck of the devil. Oh, it is 100% dumb luck, because it sure as fuck ain't skill. No, let's go to Camp Overlook. I don't think I want to complete those. Hmm. Well, each path may be paved with good intentions, but the road to hell is paved as such. Hey, Andy, how's it going? Yeah, with an assistant like what Manderville has, he doesn't need enemies. Rodel's cute tanned bunny girls, though? No, no, it doesn't. That is not the road to hell. That, my friend, is the stairway to heaven. Alright. Back to the Shroud. I have to go for that one. What do you have for me, Thancred? Ooh. And you go to free. Okay, that's fine. I will accept the invite in a bit. I'm going through all this stupid fucking talking. Scions must leave Volda. Yes. Yes, they must. So, as much of an arrogant little shit as Elfino is at this point in the game, he is actually quite right about what he's saying here. We don't have to like it, but it is true. Hey, Zombie, join Final Fantasy XIV. Last I checked, this server was open for transfers, by the way. No, I like it here. Yeah, leaving. This is. You're an idiot, Alphino. The people that you left your sister in the care of are clueless. Now, not gonna lie, all this stupid back and forth of the post Realm Reborn is actually one of the reasons I stopped playing, because I was like, oh my god, I know what's coming up. Thank you for the Lurkina. Yes. But I mean, at the same time, we all understand why that was the case, at least back then. Now there is less of reason for it. Yeah, they had some serious money issues way back when. They weren't even sure if their the budget that they had for A Realm Reborn would hold out, which is why A Realm Reborn's voice acting was so spotty. Oh, I agree. Like the newer stuff, with how much money they're making out of this, should absolutely be voiced. He's over here. Hey, let's be honest. The only person whose voice acting was really all that cringe was Wicklamat, okay? I'm going to say we kind of we probably dodged a bullet that not all of it was voiced. I have to talk to this donkey again. Yes, I do. No one deserves Wicklamat. So, in Japanese, she's a lot less bothersome. Her English voiceovers were just bad. I mean, yes, I would say the majority of it was just pretty cringe, but could have done without. Oh, those aren't the Rose. Those are the Hrothgar, the female Hrothgars. Um, so far it seems to be fairly decently optimized. I hear you, Ellie. Yes, you're outside the door. Come on in. You know how to get in my room. Yeah, you're cat. Cat. I don't know if you guys can hear her or not. She's on the other side of the door. It looks like she gave up. The issue with Ellie is that she's rather dumb. She always forgets that if she has a toy in her mouth, that she can still come through the cat door that's in my room door. So what she'll do is she'll stand in front of it, crying for me to let her in when she could just come in herself. And she'll put her toy down, then she'll stick her head through the door, then she'll pull her head back out, and then she'll pick up the toy again, and then sit there and be like, meow, meow, meow. It's like, cat, you can come through the cat door. Yeah, there you are. Yes, yes, I see you, Ellie. Shadowbringers, honestly, I think had some of the best voice acting in the game. Endwalker was pretty good for the voice acting too, but I think Shadowbringers is still like peak. Mm-hmm. Yeah, honestly, I agree with you entirely there, Andy. Shadowbringers was absolutely the peak in their content. Endwalker was also good, but Shadowbringer was so much better. Now, I know some people who will disagree and go with Endwalker being better, and you know what? That's fine, because I see why they say that. I can completely understand that. But if someone wants to tell me that Dawn Trail is better than Shadowbringers or Endwalker, I'm going to ask them, why do they have holes in their head? See, my biggest problem that I had with Dawn Trail was the fact that until you hit the patch story content, it was, well, better, question mark, than the post ARR content. Honestly, they should have turned the 13th into its own entire expansion like they did with the first. Yeah, I actually do agree that the entirety of Dawn Trail could have been patch story content for another one of the expansions. Because I did kind of feel like they let us down with the patch content for Endwalker. And honestly, the best letdown for that would have been Dawn Trail. Like, the best way that they could have gone would have been the Dawn Trail story. Like, I also want to go visit the original world from Alexandria. I know they say it's gone, but they also said that about the 13th. All I'm saying there is that if someone in Creative Studio 3 really wanted to make it happen, they'd find a way to make it happen. Yeah, but they were also originally saying that the 13th was destroyed in the process of it being a failed rejoining. They changed it later. I also wasn't the biggest fan of Zero until the end of the patch content. I actually liked her a lot more at the end than I did at the very beginning. At the beginning, she was just too edgy. I liked Zero at the end. I didn't like Zero at the beginning. And the main reason why I didn't like Zero at the beginning is the same reason I didn't like Squall at the start of his story in Final Fantasy VIII. Like, Zero honestly just felt like a female Squall. Now, she grows and changes and develops as a character as you go, and she becomes much better, as does Squall. But that initial's like, yeah, no. Dan, you wouldn't have encountered Zero. You stopped playing, I think, right actually at the very beginning of Endwalker. This is all the Endwalker patch content that we're talking about, so stuff that happened much later. I do kind of like what they did with Golbez, but at the same time, Golbez was... him turning over a new leaf like that was just too cliche. They really needed to dig deeper into Golbez as a character, honestly. I feel like they did him dirty with how they did it. So, you know what my biggest beef with the whole 13th arc was? Is the fact that they teased that arc during Shadowbringers. And with the way they teased it, they let it cook long enough that it could have been its own expansion entirely. And the fact that it wasn't just felt like such a kick in the balls. See, here's the thing. You're saying that they teased that arc back in Heavensward? No, they didn't. And I'm saying this with certainty because back when they made that character in Heavensward for the Warring Triad, for that questline, they didn't know if they were ever going to get there. He wasn't a tease. That's the thing. He became a tease once we brought him to the first in Shadowbringers. There was no other way for us to know. Now, once that whole bit played out in Shadowbringers, then everyone was like, "Oh, okay." So I'm gonna say no, that wasn't a tease. They introduced a character from the 13th, and we didn't know it. So when in Heavensward did he say he's from the 13th? the kid in the white robes with the long ass crazy name that was brought to the the Rising Stones. I forget how to say his name, and I'm not even going to try. See, and I don't remember that. I remember him admitting to it, or his friend that was also from the 13th, that was in the first, telling you that he was. But I don't remember him saying it in Heavensward. Because I know for sure you find out 100% in Shadowbringers. Now, keep in mind, when I went through that originally, it was a long-ass time since I went from the Warring Triad content to when he shows back up again in Shadowbringers. So there's a lot of shit I would have forgotten. I mean, if you can find out when in Heavensward he says that, that would actually be kind of awesome, because if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. Because I know he does talk about being pulled from a dying world by the emissary, but I don't remember him saying specifically that it was the 13th. Again, though, it has been almost a decade, so... I like how when Thancred just said, the Rising Stones, that's passively poetic, isn't it? And he just looks over at Eorzea, who just gives him the biggest shit-eating grin. If anything, it is a mere formality. Our existence is quite possibly the worst kept secret in Eorzea. Yes. Yes, it is. Yeah, he's a potato. Oh, you want a bad dad joke? I got one for you. Two dyslexics walk into a bra. So the thing is, yes, Andy, you're right, but also you're not. She leaves the Scions, but she becomes a leader of Alamigo. I mean, in the grand scheme of things, yeah, she's, well, no longer being a member of the Scions of the Seventh Dawn will kind of do that to you. I'm going to go grab a drink. I will be right back. Alright. Alright, I'm back. Okay. How do I know Rabon's a good guy? Well, here's the thing. Depending on who his right hand happens to be, he might not be. I hate you, Andy. What do you mean it's been far too long? Well, okay, fine. It's been a few months. It's possibly a primal. Do. Complete with a tavern where adventurers can rest from the road, fill their bellies with good food and drink, and their ears with tales of fortunes to be had about the realm. Oh, if I'm heading back to Gridania, it's probably gonna be friggin' Garuda again. I mean, could be Good King Rugamog. I mean, no, that's not until later. He's like the last primal you fight. Okay, so that's what this is then. Off to go deal with that. I actually think I have the quest to go fight Garuda. And the one for a free. Garbuba, yeah. Or as I have called her in the past, Busty McTitmonster. Because I've also got Ramu to deal with. All right, you have a good one, Diane. Thank you for coming by. Well, I mean, it's hard to ignore when they're in your face. All right, so first, I'm going to go talk to Swift at the Hall of Flames. Well, if I didn't run past Swift. Does he vanquish him? Yes. The primals. The Bowl of Embers. Yes. The Eorzea. Oh, yeah. You also have the Beast Tribe quest. I don't really care about that right now. I'm pretty sure that is what this is. So I'm going to dump that for now. So we are headed to Forgotten Springs. Yeah. Yeah, so I'm going to unlock Ifrit because I'm here. I remember these quests being substantially more annoying. Especially the quest to go unlock Ramu. God, the fact that they shortened that, I am so happy about. So I have to go to... I'll go to the Adder's Nest in a second. I just want to go here first. Oh, this is the Odin fight. You know, I actually miss the world boss fight for him. The Odin world boss fight was fucking amazing. Do 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 do. Yeah, honestly, I don't think I've ever had an encounter in any other game that was quite like what they did with Odin. Let's hope we see. Ah, okay. All right. Why did I decline that? Because I'm dumb. Yep. No, I was definitely incorrect about that. I guess I may as well talk to you. Unlock the porter. All Alright, let's go talk to Lewin. Yeah, his line, as Gally just sent it to me, is specifically, "The star I failed to save is known to you as the Void." Which we then learn is the 13th. Yeah? No, yeah, you're right. Yeah, we actually do learn that. It's Nero who tells us that, isn't it? The hell's going on upstairs? Whatever. Yeah, I mean, definitely someone tells you. I just don't remember who. But you are right. We do learn that in the Crystal Tower. And, yeah. All right. Dark Divinity. I'll hold on to that. Now to go to Canny Senna, or talk to Connie Senna about... Oh, or not. Yay! Insane levels of violence. Let's go. I still love his summoning. I remember the first time I ever saw him being summoned. Is so fucking cool. Yay! Actually, don't really want that. And Bun Bun, let's go! Thank you for the Ifrit murder. Okay, I have to go to here. Off to the Conjurer's Guild. Yeah, I remember Titan being the last one. A gentle, no, firm thrashing is in order. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Titan's the last of the 3 fights. I also love how this little line here that he's saying is the precursor to Mogholm. Like, this is the lead into Mogholm. Oh, Ida. I'll bet he tied the rope to something. Good thinking. Remind me again what the problem was with him returning to Eorzea? That's not what we're... I mean, we are kind of talking about that, Ida, but also not. Hmm. Okay, so they don't really explain something that, I mean, or maybe they do and I just completely missed it. But how do the Mughals not become tempered? Yeah, but so are the sylphs, and they become tempered. See, I know they should be tempered, but they don't behave like all the other tempered people out there. That is fair. He may not be a true icon. It could be that they don't see him as a deity, so therefore, yeah, they see him as a king, not a deity, so therefore he may not need to feel like he needs to be worshipped. So maybe that could be part of it. Yeah, I mean, obviously, it's one of those things that isn't particularly well explained. Now, whether or not it needs to be is another story entirely. Because let's face it, they're Moogles. The less that's explained about the Moogles, the better. Ooh. Yeah, I'll pick that up while I'm here. You have selected Regicide. Yes. Yes, I have. Is he near? Yeah, that actually also makes sense too, because when you stop and think about it, we do see stuff like that happening in Heaven's Ward as well. When people use themselves as the vessel for summoning, it is again different than what the Ascians would teach. So yeah, clearly there's more than one way to summon a primal. Like we also don't see King Thornton um, causing anyone to become tempered either. Ooh, hold on a sec. See some people that have just popped on that I want to put into lurk real quickly. here? Interesting. It looks like Final Fantasy Tactics is going to get a possible Steam release. Fuck, I'm all for that. Yeah, Final Fantasy Tactics Evilise Chronicles. Yeah, no, those guys were already fanatics. They didn't need to be tempered. Yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed the original Final Fantasy Tactics, so if it is in fact coming out on Steam as a remaster, absolutely going to get that. Mathematician, man. Mathematicians were all we needed. No, I can't go this way. Yeah. So apothecary and mathematician, or apothecary and dancer, were definitely pretty awesome. I also like machinist. Machinist was pretty powerful in that game. There's Galley just chilling out. All right, Thornmarsh Heart is now accessible. Hi, Mao. What can I do for you, cat? Do you mind? Hi, Mao. Why are you being so attention grabby? Hi. Took me a while to try and figure what it is that they're saying here in novice chat. And I was like, who the hell's Mancrick? Oh, right. The guy in the Barrens, the old Tauren. Is it Tauren or Orc? It's the old Orc in the Barrens. That's who it was. Apparently he has a new wife. Come on, Sleepy Heels, let's go. There we go. Yeah, they've changed this fight. Do 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 do. Yeah, not needing to separate them like you used to have to. As I recall, we can't really do much about... Wow. So much for stacking up. Palm Holly, or Palm Holy. Palm Holly. Whoops. And there he goes. Yay. Good King Mugamog the 12th, may his mighty soul rest in peace, is no more! Thank you, Gally. Off to Camp Tranquil we go. Yeah, Novice Chat is the plague. I tend not to pay it too much attention. Some disaster slouches towards us. Hmm. Alright, so that's done. Off to the Lotus stand. So apparently it was the Nassian method for summoning, but they don't worship him as a god. So, I don't know. All right, off to the Waking Sands we go. Yay. Also, I'm going to go talk to Eorzea and get my next primal fight. Your bat cat. What? 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 Yeah, Mel just took off his own head when he walked through that doorway. I guess technically he took off his upper half of his torso in the process because he's just too tall. Yeah, headbutting my arm isn't going to get you any more attention, cat. Hi, cat. I already ousted you from my desk once. What makes you think I'm not going to do it again? Do you mind? Yeah, I get it. You want to make yourself a nuisance, so I pay attention to you. Yes, cat. I know how you work. And I fall for it every time. Dun, dun, dun. Novice chat just makes me think of trying to, what it would be like trying to chat in real time on 4chan, but a little bit tamer. Mm-hmm. Good old Litibus. I am actually quite pleased at how they carried his story throughout the entirety of Final Fantasy XIV until Shadowbringers. Yes, he speaks of Laha bread. He may yet learn from his mistakes. No, we haven't destroyed him yet. There's no cessation, no oblivion, only expulsion. It is so good Tataru cannot see Elidibus right there. You know, given how long it's been since she yelled out and you had that flashback, unless that flashback technically happens instantly, which I don't believe it does, then they took forever to get there. And they were all basically in like the next room. Do, 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 do. Time to go look for a white-robed Dacian. If I'm remembering correctly, he actually left towards Cape Westwind. Oh, look, an ominous purple circle.
I know, right? I got like hardcore luck bombs every time.
We. All right. I do like the heal drop on that attack of his. Why do I feel like that's a lie? I mean, shit, Slaftborn could survive that. It's the size of those weapons. God damn. Yes, we shall meet again. Many times, in fact. Go, Falcon! Hmm. Do. Build on stone. Yeah. Oh, we'll go deal with Garuda in a sec here. I'm gonna go hand this book into Eorzea. Because I'm already here. Grab that as well while I'm here. All right. Off to the Adder's Nest we go. Okay, off to Nathalan. First Camp Dragonhead. And we'll go beat up Garuda. Well, you'll beat up Garuda and I'll stand around looking good. Yay! Now for Busty McTip Monster. Which is, unfortunately, a very accurate name for her. Poof. All right, now back to Vesper Bay. All right, have a good sleep. I'll get the Titan unlock, and we can go deal with all that later. I will catch you tomorrow, Gally. You have a good night. All right, so first I'm gonna, actually, while I'm here, I'm gonna unlock this dungeon. Oh, what does it make you wonder? Why not? So can you give me good reason to say no to that? Okay, let's go deal with Titan. Well, not deal with, let's go unlock Titan and then fight him some other time. That's right, I haven't been there yet. Easy enough to get there, though. Being able to fly, so useful. Oh, hey, look, it's that fate. If anyone's done the early Realm Reborn relic weapon, they'll know exactly what fate I was talking about. This way. Yeah, all right. That's done. Off to Revenant's Toll. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know who you are. I ain't saying anything, but I know who you are. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. There's Rembros. It's Sid, yay. Yeah. Anything to do with that, like, this guy's gonna show up. Do. You gotta admit, though, the Crystal Tower looks fucking cool. Like, every time I see it. Such a never-ending story moment. God, that was a good movie. I should watch that movie again. Never-ending Story was so good. Hi, Cat. You're back. Yeah, I told you not to hang out on my desk. Yeah, I don't care. Complain all you want. Okay. I'll worry about that quest later. I think I may actually do that off stream. Get that quest done to unlock the Crystal Tower and do the Crystal Tower on stream next time. Just to get it done. Actually, you know what? Give me 1 sec. I will be right back. All right, I'm back. Okay. Yeah, so I should just talk to Tataru. Let's get this underway. Am I blind? Yes, I am. Like, how do you not see Tataru? Well, you know, you be very tall and you be very blind at the same time. Okay. So I think I'm going to hand in this quest and then end here for tonight. Assuming she actually lets me turn in the quest. I think I can, and I don't think I can pick up the next quest. Good old Toop Samadhi. Oh, Davin, if you're still here, I have something to send you after. You'll get a kick out of this. There, I just sent it to you. Tell me that ain't one of the funniest things you've seen all day. I saw that and I couldn't stop giggling. Yeah. Students are both SN. We need to finish that zone. We still have to do all that. I want the armor, damn it. Mm-hmm. Gotta admit, though, I am looking forward to fighting Shiva. Nabriellis. Oh, sinister guys speaking in dark rooms with purple text. Woo! Imagina and Sons. That puts me back into Limsa Laminsa, which means Leviathan. Yeah, that would be Leviathan next. All right, well, we are at 9:40. Normally I wrap up at around 10, so I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop here. I'm going to unlock the Crystal Tower off stream so we can just go straight into it and get all that wrapped up and dealt with, because if I don't, that will actually just become a roadblock going forwards, because you cannot get out of the post ARR content going into Heaven's Ward without completing it. It's just straight up, they just gated the content off with that one particular Alliance raid. It never used to be that way. But given some of the later content you have to deal with, it makes sense that they would want you to do this now instead of have it be optional. Because certain things that happen later in the game would make no fucking sense if you don't do the Crystal Tower early. So, yeah, I'm going to unlock that off stream. So next Wednesday, we can go through Crystal Tower, the Alliance raid, and probably finish, deal with Titan on hard mode, do the Crystal Tower, because you are also content gated by the primals, and then start on getting my Leviabetus questline finished. Yes, I just called it Leviabetus. You will see why later on. That I promise. Alright, so let's bounce out of here. Alright, now I will go see who it is that we can raid, but first and foremost, thank you everybody for coming out tonight. It was good seeing all of you. Thank you for joining me on my adventures through Eorzea with Melchaia punching things in the face, as is proper of Melchaia, being the fist fighter that he is. So I will carry on, obviously, on Wednesday for more of this. Friday, I'm back for Division 2 with Hina. And then Sunday, Tuesday, SD Gundam. And that will be the schedule for the foreseeable future. Probably until Super Robot Wars Y launches. So, I'm going to say this now. Enjoy the variety while it lasts. Yeah, I'm not playing Dune. I took a look into it. I can see why people like it. I have absolutely no desire to play Dune. See, the thing is, if it wasn't a survival-based game, I'd be all over it. Like, if it was just an adventure on Arrakis, sure. Perfectly fine. Alright, so let's see who we can go pay a visit to. Scarlet Rain says he's DJing tonight. Who do I want to pay a visit to? You know what? I see Nixie is on. She is playing a game called Date Everything, or was. I wonder if she's gonna be... She... I think she's going to be wrapping up soon. Being stalked by the pickle, are we? You know what? Screw it. Let's go say hi to Nixie. So Nixie usually plays a lot of wacky, weird games. Also a lot of cozy games, but it's the wacky and weird ones that are probably some of the best. So we're going to stop in and say hi. Like I said, she may be wrapping up for the night, but if not, cool, we can hang out. Otherwise, we'll just go wherever she wants to raid off to. Either way, it becomes a not me problem. So again, thank you guys for coming out tonight. I will catch all of you on Friday for Division 2. You all have a good night.